Hi, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People, and I'm here with a real female INFJ, namely she, aka J to the Nizzle, and we're going to be answering a question that somebody asked in the comments. Somebody said to me, Eric, can you first show me your nipples? And I said, yeah, they're right here. And then after that, they said, Eric, could you put on a shirt now, please? I said, okay, fine. And I did. Anyway, after that, we started making a video about ENTP male and INFJ female relationship. I've never been in one, but I considered it one of two possible choices that would be ideal for an ENTP male. The naturally occurring dual of socionics being the wonderful, underrated, and absolutely spectacular ISFJ. They are well suited for the ENTP because of the SI NE 1-4 reverse and then the 2-3 reverse. So it's the most natural dual. However, I think INFJ would probably be just as likely or close to just as likely to be a happy relationship as ISFJ with ENTP. And I like the fact that the female in the relationship is the introvert, the male is the extrovert. It lines up nicely with naturally occurring gender roles. The other thing is, the advantage of an INFJ with an ENTP male is that they share alignment of action and metaphysics. So, for example, as somebody who takes metaphysical action, I do so, that's extroverted intuition. I do so by referring back to physical knowledge, namely SI. But who can I turn to for a sense of whether something works, not because it's consistent with the past or what I've learned, but it works because angels sing when you touch it? Well, that's when you need the old introverted intuition to provide a little guidance. And I think for a creative ENTP especially, an INFJ would be an excellent match because they provide that metaphysical epistemology to support the metaphysical action. Whereas with ISFJ, there's a lack of interest in determining the truth of something from an introverted intuition perspective because ISFJ has it in the 8th slot, where it's kind of a loose cannon, and they don't really understand what's happening with it, just like I don't with SE, but they're pretty good at it anyway. But they're probably more likely to apply it to, well, I mean, like Kimberly only laughs at my good jokes, generally. That's introverted intuition. What do you think, Janelle?
As far as what you just said, or just
Both or either.
Okay. Well, I don't think I've dated or I've never been in a relationship with an ENTP. I know that. But from what I've seen, they seem to have a good balance of what I would be interested in. Like, they're interesting, smart. They've got a little bit of moisture, which is cool.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, actually, a lot more than I've observed of other people. Not like in a way.
Kimberly's nodding. Kimberly agrees with you that we have more moisture than we say.
Yeah, but that's really nice. So, I mean, I would totally try out an INFJ ENTP relationship for sure. See what kind of potential it would have.
Now, Socionics warns that in that relationship, INFJ ENTP, that one of the difficulties is they are what you might call laziness partners. That the INFJ ENTP relationship is one where the two people feel very comfortable with each other and not inclined to do much except sit around and touch each other, I guess, or watch TV or something. You know?
Well, I think that's okay. I mean, I think when we look at relationships with like MBTI and socionics and stuff, like they kind of explain it as like you only have that other person that is going to motivate you in life. It's like, sure, maybe together you guys would actually be able to chill and relax and have fun. You know, you can look outside of the relationship, with friends or mentors or something to, I don't know, follow more or your pursuits or whatever. I mean, do relationships really need to be like super productive, like working bees? I don't.
Well, I mean, the thing is, my current relationship causes me to be less productive in metaphysical areas and more productive in physical areas. So
Mm,
I I get better sleep. I sleep more regularly. I have less of a random. Well, tonight I'm staying up all night, and tomorrow night too. 2 full nights, so that by the end of me being sprung on speed for 2 full nights, that way I'm sure to be completely insane. Like that sort of shit doesn't usually happen now, because Kimberly says come to bed or whatever, and I'm like, okay, it's it's it doesn't really change my productivity level, but it balances it out so that I'm not just making videos. I'm also hanging shit up on the porch, for example.
See, I think that could just be like a relationship thing in general, because I know that for myself, when I don't have someone in my physical space to hang out with or be there for me, I'm much more restless. So I will stay up later. I will waste a whole lot more time. Whereas when I have
This
someone
is
actually,
not wasting time, Janelle. This activity that you are currently doing is your life's dream. You're living the dream right now. You're welcome.
you're right, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate that.
As somebody who's had an INFJ best friend, I can tell you one thing, that INFJs and ENTPs can very successfully work together on media stuff. And
Mhm.
typically it's the ENTP going pata 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 pata, and then the INFJ go drop a bomb, and then the ENTP go pata 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 pata, and the INFJ go drop a bomb. So I like that interaction.
Nice.
When I worked with Corey, he had some fucking hilarious jokes, and he'd just sit there and wait for me to sort of patter him up to it, and then he'd make the joke, and I'd crack up, you know. And I'm usually the one who likes to make the jokes, but it's just sort of the natural ENTP INFJ way, because we're sort of dancing our way across the lake trying to figure out how to get across it without the ice breaking through. And INFJ goes, "You got to step right there. You got to step right there." You know, it's
Mhm.
it's it makes you good dance partners for media making in general, I think. So that's one advantage of INFJ ENTP. If you guys are both creative types and you want to make shit, I bet
Mhm.
you'll have fun making shit together. However, you don't have to be an intuitive to have fun making shit together. I have fun making stuff with Kimberly, even though she makes more physical stuff. Like she makes little soaps and planters with like succulents in them, and she likes physical objects.
Yeah.
But but yeah, when you are with another intuitive, if you're both inclined towards time objects, then that would probably match up nicely for two types to be. And then the last thing I'll say about the INFJ ENTP relationship is that there's not a lot of SE there. So it's going to be ENTP saying, "Come on, let's go do something," and INFJ going, "Okay." But I guess I do have one more thing, which is romantic styles. Supposedly, INFJ is victim aggressor type. Now,
Mhm.
that doesn't fly for me. So, I don't want to really be the victim or the aggressor. And that might be a problem. I don't know how important that is to most individuals or how consistently correct it is, but I find the infantile nurturer division to be correct for me and for SFJs.
Mhm.
So if that might be a conflict potentially. Are you an aggressor or a victim, Janelle?
That's such a weird. I don't like saying it, but probably victim. I'm usually never the aggressor, but
Yeah. So you gotta be an aggressive ENTP then if you want to get on Janelle.
uh, um, Could you explain the infantile?
Right. So infantile nurture does not mean like one of them wants to be the baby. It means that one of them is a baby about sex inherently and doesn't get it really and needs somebody else to take the leadership in that area. And just sort of like for me, I basically want to know that area is taken care of metaphysically and physically. So that I want to know that my woman is happy and satisfied and thinks I'm a big stud. And also, I want to know that I'm going to ejaculate frequently enough. And then I don't want to have any other thoughts about it because it's confusing and complicated. And I don't get it. And I don't even know anything about it until in the moment when I go, oh, that's right, my body does this stuff. It's because I don't think about it, really. The only time I think about it is when I'm single and like trying to lock shit down, so I don't have to think about it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it means to be infantile. And a nurturing type, like Kimberly or any other SFJ, is going to be somewhat confused by my complete lack of comfort in the area at first until the two parties get comfortable with one another. And that confusion is the nurturing side in a sense. It's saying like, I'm not gonna I'm gonna be so not childish about this. I'm gonna be so genuinely confused by your childishness about it that I will just sort of guide you by not understanding your wrongnesses because they're so wrong that I can't understand them. It's kind of like that.
What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the thing. If you are a male ENTP in a relationship with an ISFJ, you're the infantile and they're the nurturer. But that doesn't mean you can't be like, bend over, bitch, I'm coming from behind. You know, it just means that you need her to reassure you that's okay for you to do that.
Are you embarrassing her?
I don't know. Am I embarrassing you?
I don't know. I'm not embarrassed.
She says no. She's not embarrassed. I think that's a good explanation of it. Because I mean, it's easy enough to think, oh, victim aggressor. Well, then that just means Janelle puts up with getting hit a lot while she's having sex or something. No, it doesn't.
That
mean
is
that.
not true at all.
I know. I'm saying it doesn't mean that. It means instead that you want to feel the male prove himself by you're going to put up some like challenges in terms of like assert more dominance. I'm going to push back here and I want to see you male push back, right? Like so assert more. I don't want to see you go, "Oh, my bad. Did I overstep here?" Because I don't really know because I'm a child about this. That's what I would do if you flirt at a certain way that suggests like I'm not sure if I want that, Eric, or something. Then I'll be like, "Oh, my bad." But what you're really saying as an aggressor, as a victim type, would be, "No, I want you to assert more dominance here, not less." And that could be a confusing thing for INFJ and ENTP potentially.
And yeah, I can see that absolutely.
Okay, well, any last words on the potentialities of the INFJ ENTP relationship where the ENTP is male and the INFJ is female?
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Humper. Humper with your penis. Okay, so that's the takeaway from this video, guys. Humper with your penis. Thanks for watching Talking with Famous People, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Thanks for Janelle for all her help on INFJ ENTP.